Welcome back, beautiful people. In this episode, we are going to talk about Burlington and the potential for you to break into the market, perhaps as an investor, as a first-time home buyer, or someone looking to reducing your overall housing costs. And so Burlington has a lot of appeal for a lot of people. I'm biased, of course, because I live here and I've been here for nearly 20 years and I absolutely love this place. I love the fact that it is central for me, for my business, of course, from stretching to the doorstep of Toronto all the way to Grimsby, Stony Creek. It also helps me stay in contact with the market that I spend most of my time in. More importantly, for everybody out there, it has great access in terms of the highway, the GO train. 407 is another option if you need to move eastwards. As well, it has a city feel towards the lake, and there's a lot of restaurants, specialty stores, and shops that you can take in. Of course, there's lots of festivals, Sound of Music and such. There's also many neighborhoods that have a variety of different housing options, some that enter into the luxury market, be it Shore Acres, Aldershot. And then of course, as you start to move north, you have many of the larger neighborhoods like Millcroft that have great housing options. So this video, we're gonna talk about potential investment opportunities for rental income, or house hacking is another term where perhaps you live in one portion of the house and you are renting out the other part. So let's jump right into it. The first neighborhood that I really want to bring to your attention are a cluster of Old Burlington, if you will, which includes the neighborhoods of Mountainside, Palmer, North Dynes, and a part of Plains. And this area is great because, as I mentioned, being an older house, you're looking at a lot of bungalows, ranch style. There are some side splits and back splits. This housing selection is great in terms of being able to create a secondary living unit, otherwise known as a non-conforming unit, unless you purchase a specific duplex designation. Otherwise, they are known as non-conforming units. And so this area is great. You're central in terms of a little bit north, a little bit south of the highway. You have easy access again to the GO train, which is really important. And these neighborhoods have houses that allow you to relatively easily modify in terms of creating those two separate units. A lot of these bungalows have separate entrances, or at least a couple sheets of drywall, and now you've got a separate entrance to the basement. Longer parking lots, a little bit wider parking lots. Some of them have double parking lots, so that way parking is easy for the upstairs and downstairs people to negotiate, as well as it's relatively cheap to maintain and to run. So in terms of your monthly utility bills, gas, heat, hydro, things of that nature. So definitely those neighborhoods, those central neighborhoods, offer great opportunity for you to be able to reduce your housing costs, or even just a flat out investment opportunity to try and bolster your investment portfolio. The next neighborhood I want to bring your attention to is Longmoor. Now, Longmoor is a bit of a step up in terms of the properties themselves. So they are larger properties. So you are going to get your back splits and you're going to get some mostly side splits. There are, of course, a number of 2-story homes, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom homes that have basements. And those basements do require a little bit more additional work in terms of creating that separate entrance. Now, of course, sometimes if you want, you can have tenants or other people entering through the garage. Most people prefer for an investment in order to actually build out a separate side entrance, albeit with stairs moving down, which is in the range of 10 to 15K, and that gives them complete separate access. Usually they have double wide driveways, so you're able to park easily and manage all of that. The trade-off, yes, you are increasing your initial capital investment. However, you are able to yield greater rents, which means in the long run, you're going to get greater appreciation because you have a fully finished upstairs as well as a downstairs. And you have also the opportunity to pull equity in order to either talk about an additional residential unit, which we'll get to in a moment, or you want to start with another project in another city, maybe Hamilton. So lots of opportunity in Longmoor, very family friendly, lots of opportunity for you to increase your rent. The last neighborhood that I want to mention is Aldershot. Now, Aldershot is a larger, longer, more further west area. It's older, it's one of the original neighborhoods in Burlington, and it has that opportunity, again, very similar to Longmoor, where you are able to take a larger property and create a larger secondary unit that may be 2 bedrooms with wonderful amenities, and you may or may not have to create that secondary entrance. Again, similar to Longmoor, you're thinking 3 to 5 years ahead into the future, albeit a resale or pulling equity in order to fund a new project. So I did mention additional residential units. Why did I say that? There's this one little pocket in Plains Road that is literally across the street from me, and it is abound with opportunity. So you have 1.5-story homes that are sitting on a very long lot. Now, yes, the highway is right behind it. Understood. However, with these 1.5-story lots, you are able to take space out of the backyard, as you do have a long driveway, so there is lots of access. You can take space out of the backyard and easily construct an additional residential unit. I can recommend a number of contractors and companies that specialize in building additional residential units, or in Hamilton, they're also known as accessory dwelling units. And these companies are fantastic. They take you from, even at the time of purchasing the property with the intent of creating additional rental unit outside, they can run you all the way from that, time it so that the moment you get possession of the property, they can begin construction and working from there. Another option, of course, is that as your property matures, as you start to create more equity within the property, you're able to pull some of that money and begin that accessory unit. Lots of options in terms of what you can create depending on the footprint. And this all comes out on the far side in terms of appreciation and long-term equity, as well as earning you income as soon as the project is done and you've vetted tenants. My name is Ahmed Kaoud. I love real estate and I love helping people find the proper investment opportunities from Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, Burlington, Hamilton, Stony Creek, Grimsby. We've worked everywhere and we have found success everywhere, and we want to share that with you. We'll see you in the next video.